back to Don't Flop. This is Entitled. We have reached the main a cappella battle of the day. We're here at Don't Flop. Everyone make some noise! On the 16th of November, you know you gotta get your tickets for that. Gemini verse either Twister or you now. We are gonna see very, very soon. All right, let's get into this main a cappella battle of the day. I cannot wait. These two both agreed to it as a one round, and when we agreed, I said, you know, both of you are gonna text me in about 2 weeks' time and say I got 3 rounds, and both of them text me in about 2 weeks' time and said they got 3 rounds. So we got a 3-round classic coming up. MC, on my right-hand side, UK battle rap legend, we got Marlo. Make some noise! And on the left-hand side, he knocked the rust off at checkpoint in June. He's now back for a return. We got Enigma. Make some noise! Round number 1. This is Don't Flop Entitled here at Arch 33. Let's go.
But like, why did you say that you'd rather stick your dick in your ass mouth as opposed to having sex with an adult woman? Why? Why? No, I'm sorry. Can I speak for a second? Do I have people's attention? Good, because I don't think that's an unreasonable question. Dry, garden, salad. This needed addressing. Let's give this fucking idiot a lethal injection. I've seen teenagers climb skyscrapers and hang off the edges of the roof. I saw a guy touch the fucking light rails once when I was getting on the tube. I saw someone give 5 stars to anyone but you in their letterbox review. And you saying that is still the stupidest thing I've ever witnessed anybody do. But I bet you think because it's 2024 I should give your man a break. I bet you think because it's been 12 years this has had its day. You probably think that at the time you caught a sufficient batch of hate. But you said you'd put your penis in your daughter's mouth, so I don't think that that's the case. Because he claims you can't get offended by anything, because there's no limits, no boundary you could overstep or trip. So let's throw a test at this, because maybe if I keep repeating the line, it might finally show him where it is. Let's go. Let's go! Come on, let's go! But anytime you fucking bring this shit up, right, he's always like, hyperbole? It was hyperbole? It was supposed to be awful? Oh right, yeah, hyperbole. That makes the fact that you pictured that in your mind's eye totally normal. Hyperbole. Enigma says that he'd rape a child in a rap battle. It ruins his and his family's life. Also Enigma, and that's an example of a GCSE English literary language device. Mr. Fritzl, you lured your daughter into a soundproof cell and locked the trap for years, produced incest babies through rape and ruled through propaganda, fear. Your Honour, I'm sorry, I thought the facts had got established here. My client was banging his kids. It was onomatopoeia! You spoke with lounge academics about what the time in the battling scene did. They asked if you had any regrets after having to leave it. You said you wouldn't change a thing. I couldn't add and believe it. Wouldn't change a thing. Didn't you have the battle deleted? I mean, you don't do yourself any favours. That much is true, mate. When Bonnie Godiva said she'd take your daughter to Epstein Island, you fucking screwface. Oh yeah, human traffic, my family. Don't know context battle rap. Kept describing Bonnie's content, calling her filth, a slut, a paid whore. I was like, seems harsh. I better go on Bonnie's OnlyFans, just to make sure. Yeah, it's good to see you again, George. 10 years! Shit just flies. That new trim is nice. While I was ditching my hair, you grew yours back. Now you kind of look like if Fisher-Price made Vanilla Ice. Still got that fucking voice though, you nasally c***. Like a Disney crook trying to swallow a fishing hook. I know. with a chicken's foot. Catch Enigma at bedtime reading his 5-year-old a picture book where every character in The Wind in the Willows sounds like they're in kidulthood. And his pepper voice is way off. Even as a parody, it isn't good. He was forced to tell his daughter that Daddy Pig had moved their family to Inglewood. You're a fucking dog, mate. Genevieve makes you sleep out on the porch. You two have like 7,625 kids and only 3,000 of yours. You have She let you come back to battle rap. That's a rotten apple, deep down to the core. So if you say she's been keeping you grounded, I hope you mean grounds for divorce. Cause George, she's a massive scare. Acid wet, call that slag Gillette. She's the best a man can get. She knows to pipe her finger holes for playing clarinet. She's doing work with her ass up high like a standing desk. We're having sex. So stop pretending like I can't send you into retirement. I will do that happily and you know it. I bodied your best mate Eek so bad that it made him trans and Islamophobic. And he's had 10 years to think of flips for that daughter angle. He used a few against Bonnie, and she barely grazed or touched on that daughter line. So let's hand over to Enigma now to find out which pre-written rebuttal has made the cut after all this time.
He's right, I didn't have a pre-written rebuttal. So I'm not going to do it. But yo, when I looked around at this crowd, I didn't quite get it. Because it's Marlo here, Marlo there, Marlo here. You're so fucking generic. I mean, I came here to battle a typical white male who self-identifies as a retarded. Because ever since you were born on your uni course inside of your student dorms and realised you knew a few music chords, you have used this sport as a uniform that you have worn to conform. You are the Tom McDonald of battle rap, anti-blackness in human form. When I'm a goat, you can try to remove my horns and I'll just come back respawn as a unicorn. Like a heterosexual. Not like a gay, a manly unicorn. Yeah. Since the start, you've been stagnant, a psychic with no progression, someone who no one mentions, still battling shuffle for some airtime. The only thing that's changed about you is your hairline. Yeah. Because back when we first started battling, I had no hair, and you had some. Now I have hair, and you have none. you came into the scene looking like a hipster, and now you're a balding white lyricist. Showing up today looking like fucking Walter White privilege. This motherfucker is so bald, he doesn't even have hair in his weenie. Or so I heard. Adam told me. But yo, he's so bald he doesn't have hair in his weenie. He's such an insecure bitch, he fucks his wife whilst wearing a beanie. And he feels like he's Jada Kiss every time he drops a couple quips. More like Jada Smith, just a dumb bald bitch. Yo, and I know that male pattern baldness runs in your family. But judging by your fat bitch of a wife, that's the only thing that runs in your family. Because you are ginger and... It's true, it's not, but maybe. Anyway, you're ginger and bald. Even if I was filled with wealth, if I was ginger and bald, I would fucking kill myself. Yeah, you would. I would. And that's why he wears a low-fit wide cap, because he hopes to hide that. If you watch his battles from start to end, you can see his hair gradually disappear like a Homer time lapse. And if you watched him in reverse, you can see his hair growing right back. And the way you're built is fucking offensive. Tall, gangly, and anorexic. Without his cap on, you just look like a fucking... Is tall, gangly, and anorexic, and without your cap on, you just look like a fucking ginger breadstick. It wasn't working. And your wife's got us too. Yeah, she should just run into traffic. The world wouldn't be worse off. I'd have to be blindfolded to even think about getting in your bird's box. Because he tried to conceal this, right? But he tried to conceal this, right? But I'll reveal tonight, the first time he got to see or feel his wife was when that Polish bitch came around to his house to seal his pipes. Because he's a plumber, a handyman, the drilling type. Plus, we all know that bitch works part-time on a building site. And for their marriage, he didn't even do any vows. He did like this awkward rap. And to cap it all off, this bald cunt wore a hat. Looked like a massive pedo. I followed him the other day into Starbucks, and guess what he bought? A cappuccino. Yeah, bad balls, bitch. Yo. And when he's fucking his bitch, he imagines it's just Adam smashing him from the back. And to finish her off, he pulls a fucking rabbit from his hat. Basically, Uncle Fester. Just a bald dumb c*** who everyone in Adam's family hates. He's so white, he thinks about pottery when anyone mentions Cassius Clay. He has one black for any parades to act like he's great, and it's just Samuel J. from Django Unchained. The other day, we went to a Jamaican restaurant, and he was like, I don't understand what this man has just sold me. He's so white, he thinks jerk chicken is wanking off poultry. He's so white, he can't even move to a beat. It's like he's confused in the feet. Your beard looks like someone glued ginger pubes to your cheeks. And yo, I'll say whatever I want, so man, bitch or girl, so I'm gonna cancel the man. They cancel themselves.
You are stood in the middle of a pub for a battle. Enigma, you are nowhere near big enough to be cancelled. And I mean, those ball bars are pretty harsh. Given what we agreed, though, anytime he brings up my appearance in this battle, he told me that's actually Fiddler's secret street code, and he's admitting that he's a pedo. Yo, for yours and your wife's anniversary, you commissioned one of Shuffle's raps. And he literally only remembered to tell me about it yesterday. What a fucking twat! Adam! Do you realise what I could have done with that? But I really fucking love the fact that you essentially had yourself cucked with rap. Oh, what? Oh, happy anniversary, sweetheart. Here's some bars from another man. Oh, George. I love it, thanks. I guess I'll go and return that Rolex that was 100 grand. Yo. Your big comeback against Bonnie was a car crash. I witnessed it live. I mean, you were dropping R slurs, F slurs, N words. And then you started spitting your rhymes. Called her a whore repeatedly, and all I could think at the time was that if you ever battled Harry Baker, he might literally die. You told her Rosa Parks didn't sacrifice herself like a modern-day Rosa Parks didn't sacrifice herself like a modern-day Joan of Arc just so dumb bitches like you could go on OnlyFans and show your arse. Wow. Disrespectful. You should be shown a ban or retire. Rose, stop it. If Rosa was around today, you know her OnlyFans will be fired. You really showed Bonnie in that third round though, didn't you? Because who owns OnlyFans? A white man. And who benefits from your nudity? A white man. Nice. And who was giving her this lecture disapprovingly? A white man. And who was telling her what to do with her own booty cheeks? And who's now swooping in to simp for her deludedly? Enigma. Your forefathers sacrificed themselves for your bodily autonomy. Also, Enigma, you know those squirting pics you post online? Stop it, because it bothers me! But yo, if you thought that was bad, what about when you went on to literally say, online with your slit out every day just trying to get a bit of pay, Martin Luther King would be spinning in his grave! Wait. God, you're right. I can see it now. MLK just shooting the shit with the saints in the afterlife. So Dr. King, what do you think? You still have faith in the stars and stripes? He's like, listen, I can forgive police still murdering black people, neo-Nazis, racist remarks and fights, but I draw the line at women empowered into shaking their ass for likes. He's like, God, you gotta let me go back to Earth, buddy. I'll end all poverty, lies and sin. You think I had a dream before? This time I'll put a stop to the rioting. I'm talking no more famine, no more war. I'll get Tottenham a title win. But obviously, the priority is this Bonnie Godiva thing. You topped off your whole go at keeping Godiva on her feet when you set up to drop the N-word and looked like you were going to rhyme it, honestly, until you clocked Rivers and Mars behind her, cut the line and stop the steam. Oh, sure, it's always speaking your mind until you're minding what you speak. But he came up, what he landed on, the best excuse for why he was poor. He claims someone smacked him in the head before the battle. And by someone, I mean a door.
Soweto kids
You get hit in the face. Don't ruin it. That's a spoiler. That's a spoiler.
Sorry.
Don't ruin that.
Go on.
You get hit in the face.
Verbally smashing.
You getting hit in the face with doors now, buddy? Picture him and someone else going through those double doors trying to travel different ways on the side. He tried to push through back and smacked him in the face. And if that bit isn't great, he claimed it did damage to his brain. Like that isn't an excuse you could apply to every battle that he takes. So I asked my GP, I said, Doc, do you think I'm fine performing that angle? He said, Theo, concussion is no joke. Unless it happens right before a rap battle. No, seriously. Mate, we're mates, so genuinely, you poor soul. But even more genuinely, you got hit in the face with a door, lol. That door fucking sent for him. Motherfucker stepped to him. You stepped into the centre ring sounding like Professor Frink. It was funny enough when I heard someone had accidentally gave your head a ding. Now imagine how much funnier it was when I heard it was Soweto kids. Because the King, you went into that body clash feeling sore in the dome there. Forced you to talk a bit slow, yeah? Prohibition era. He had to speak easy when the jazz man brought that door out of nowhere. When he tried to rap, he became dazed, confused, distorted and immobile. Because there was a ringing in George's head, like last orders at my local. And ever since that door fucked Enigma, it sort of gained a rep. It's in talks with Dana White about an autumn main event. Congrats on your TKO against Enigma, Door. We really... It sort of gained a rep. It's in talks with Dana White about an autumn main event. Congrats on your TKO against Enigma, Door. We really thought you'd break his neck. Door's like, shut up! Tell Herney I want Usyk if that Door will pay my bread! But yeah, fuck the Door. Because the fact is, that was going to be your big comeback. But it's clear that you were through, over. You were looking shaky, spent, rusty, a fucking used mower. Spent years lying that he's a rapper. But now his views lowered, so he's tired of being full of it like a food coma. So I don't... I'm rapping here. So, I don't want to hear about how much you hate doors. You're the only battler alive who'd still team up with Jay Shaw. If they made a figurine of you, it'd come with a fucking skateboard and an option to buy the expansion pack Rusty Chainsaw. But that was hard. But after he was concussed for that Bonnie clash, he confided in his sweet wife, like, why does it have to be like this? She's like, cheer up, George. This is really just a 3-time blip. He's like, but look at all these opportunities I've missed. She's like, well, when one door closes, another door. He's like, bitch!
Wait for the train. Train. Yo. So yes, I did call Bonnie a terrible whore. Thanks for watching my battles. I didn't watch any of yours. Listen, yeah. Yo, He is an upper-class, classless cocksucker. For his sweet 16, his parents bought him a real-life T-Rex, and he stabbed him with a hot protractor. He was like, Mom, you know I wanted a velociraptor. As he grew up wearing nappies branded by Gucci, his mom used to get Versace to landscape her coochie. He used to live in a house so big, just to get to the kitchen, he had to navigate with a tom-tom. He's so fucking posh, he masturbates into condoms. Yeah. And when he does, he pictures Shut's face for fuck's sake. As a kid, I was getting breastfed by my mum. You getting breastfed by your mum's maid. Mummy wasn't around. Mummy wasn't around, you were raised by a personal tutor. Growing up, I barely had a working computer. You are the exact composite of every single nursery school shooter. And that's why a rapper is not what you're meant to be. He saw Sunburn and thought it was a fucking documentary. And because he tries to do battle rap to blend in with the lower end of classes. Shows up to the event like, what's up my fellow G's? I also pull out the skating and blasting. He once turned to me at an event and was like, where do I get one of those N-word passes? From me, yeah.
Don't think so, mate.
Battle rap is a hobby and you use it for clout. When you rap, real hip-hop heads are tuning you out because they can tell by the sugary sweetness of your words that you grew up with that silver spoon in your mouth. Because I don't know why the charlatan seems to think he can be part of the scene. You may be able to master a scheme and craft it with ease, but that pattern of deceit has already been cast in your genes because even Adam knows the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. In fact, Marlo's whole persona is photoshopped, an image doctored by design, Robocop. You cannot see what's behind his eyes. I'm a Rolex watch, just a product of my time, so he can try and convince you I don't have a conscience when I rhyme, but he's Charlize Theron. He's the real monster in disguise. He'll put on a front and be like, I don't ever shop on Amazon, and I'll never buy an iPhone, and I'll only fornicate with a lady if she has pronouns in her bio. I mean, he's running from the truth, trying to escape accountability like Ferris Bueller, smart enough to play woke whilst being dead asleep, Freddy Krueger. Because he'll say he's left-wing, but vote right-wing, so the right-wing on his mansion doesn't get taxed and daddy doesn't get mad. So when you listen to the words he brings up in his rap, just know it's like when he first went bald. Nothing but gap. Yo, he says he's left, but votes right as part of his tactics. He says left but means right, it's like Marlo's dyspraxic. He wears many different caps that he crafted with fabric, call him Erling Haaland, because he mastered the hat trick. And that's why it's hard to stop him. A pale bald right winger with a target problem, known for leaning in on the left to reach his goals, like Arjen Robben. See, he'll claim to be liberal and be like, actually, I encourage fat people, and I also find tax evil, but your favourite rapper is Mac Lethal, and you cross the road whenever you see black people. I saw you cross the house. Yo, so you can have a fat white banner saying Black Lives Matter, but the fact is this prick's racist. He refers to penguins as mixed race fish. That's what he calls them, I don't know. And he also says the black people are irrelevant. He's like, I do want the fruit salad, as long as there isn't any melon in. He says the black people are irrelevant. And he's like, I do want the fruit salad, as long as there isn't any melon in. Yo, but this is the truth. He's known for giving abuse. He won't let his wife wear underwear or drink Tropicana because he hates knickers and juice. And back in the day, I did not evolve. Back in the day, his family invested in the stock market, got richer, and then to celebrate, they played frisbee. With a frisbee shaped like a swastika. Because for breakfast, Marlo eats eggs and sliced ham whilst reciting Mein Kampf. And every sentence starts with, well, actually, as a white man. Because he even hates the Japanese. He dresses up as the fucking atomic bomb for Halloween. He's such a Donald Trump fan, he's constantly reading magazines. And that's a creeper. And when he brings his daughter around his xenophobic mom, she's like, oh, look at her, little ginger Polish You're a butters lizard man.
Say it again!
Say it! I just need you to set up to say this next bit. Because you're not BBL Drizzy, you're EDL Lizzy. Because yo, you think you're the king of bad bars. Well, I can use bad bars to win, and that's why you're losing. He's so racist, he hates skinny cows. You know, Muslims. No, deliberate. Time.
You said the magazines was a creeper. It's fucking not. Yo, they were calling this matchup old school. When people say I'm old school, they mean my battles and how they're written. When people say you're old school, you just touch someone's afro without permission. If you call me an actor or a theatre kid, I'll list it proudly as a strength. I mean, how do you think I'm able to act as if I like being around you at events? One of these, I just say what I feel, I've got no filter, pricks that tire me. Because we all know he'd go back and turn that filter on without a hint of irony with a time machine. So, if you see me walk away from you at a battle, George, just take the hint and quit refinding me. This isn't hide and seek. And the best things in life are free. Like shutting the fuck up costs nothing. The best things in life are free. Fuck that one up. Should hear the stuff he did to me. Told me his own mum's the weirdest freak and how he's mates with Sam Pepper and his dad likes sucking BBC or works for the BBC or something BBC. Look, I mean, I know that guilty by association isn't a cut that bleeds as deep, but as a man, you are the company you keep. And your company is Eek. You told lounge academics battle rap helped you garner fans for life, but that those aren't the fans you'd like. Interesting. I can't imagine why. So wait, hang on. Give me a second just to get this. You're saying you don't like having a fan base for pretending you molest kids? Whoa. You ungrateful fucking... He said he hates it now, when fans only know him for his battles, because he's an author. So he's done loads of things, actually. You're like the Hawk Tour girl, going on a PR tour trying to promote her philanthropy. You're going to start deep-throating for charity? Let's keep it 100. Like, why would anyone care about something you wrote that they have to read? In fact, let's keep it 300, since you'll only ever be known for the battle scene. In fact, here's where I take that exact question about his fans in that interview he got asked, but I've remixed it so that now it's Hitler on a podcast, like Adolf, obviously you're known for that Nazi shit, you know. Huge body count, a racist, you still get fans showing love. He's like, bro, to be honest, now it's draining. I get all these Aryans say they love the Third Reich stuff, and it's like, I got it, wow, amazing. They're like, oh, we loved your Holocaust. It's like, cool. But what about the paintings? On Twitter, 24/7. And when you're not doubling down on your approval of hard slurs, you are a 39-year-old man quote-tweeting posts about relationships like, these virgins are doing my last nerve. You said in school you couldn't build a box. A fucking box. You're even useless at craft work. I'm just saying, maybe you of all people need to stop defending the use of the R word. And of course you still think it's funny to call someone a f***. You're not prepared to listen to why it's not. Can only defend dehumanizing language if you're not willing to dialogue. A nearly 40-year-old man insisting he's the pillar of right and wrong. This motherfucker is quite literally over the hill that he's dying on. So honestly, what have you done in the last decade to be fucking proud of, George? Oh, you're an autobiography's ghostwriter? Shh. That just means nothing counts as yours. A dad who should have stopped having kids, but you keep spunking out for more. Why'd you call your daughter rebel? You're the one without a cause. All he's All he's good for now is making his submissive wife get in the bath and drink up all his old sperm. Is that what you do? So in a way, he is still a household name. Because she calls him Saltburn. No originality. No originality as an author. Just trying to get your sales higher. Dog ripping off the story circle, you're a tail biter. We'd only ever scrap if I was drunk, because I'm a frail fighter. But I could still land a successful left for this failed writer. You'll be some 60-year-old trying to live through the whole guilt of your old Britain's racism in that body situation. You're Jimmy in Pulp Fiction, and to be clear, I'm not saying you should take, that's great. And to be clear, I'm not saying you should take a break from rap. I'm saying you should stop this, because you always think you can do it and then you can't, like Caucasians using chopsticks. You've got your fans' views, popular tweets, your ancient news, you've lost it. But that was the case when you were hottest, it's basic human logic. Because you can never shake the room or raise the roof without bringing danger to your offspring. That went a bit harder than I was expecting it to. You always squander your best ideas because they're never written as well, so everything is put to waste like a utility belt. I'll shut up. So everything is put to waste like a utility belt. I'll put him in a box and he won't know why, like silica gel. Slap him so hard it sends. Everything is put to waste like a utility belt. I'll put him in a box and he won't know why, like silica gel. Slap him so hard it sends his bum back. Pretty Patel, I'm giving you hell. I'm giving you hell. For the decade you chose to sit on the shelf, trying to embrace your inner child, you're kidding yourself. He was like, let's write each other's bars for this. Enigma, you belt? Are you fucking joking? As if I want to do this to myself! So we're wishing you well. Because honestly, George, being around you 5 minutes is about as fun as growing a cancer. Tried to make it as an author, but nobody backed you. So it's no wonder this is how you choose to end your go as a rapper. You've always been terrible at closing a chapter.
When you first started battling, you were awful. Couldn't get your bars to hit right. But you soon improved your delivery the moment you moved in with your midwife. That was wrong. With your midwife, Yo, and for this battle, you wrote it with Adam at your side. Kept handing him your marker. Like, could you make the punchlines land a little harder and add a spattering of laughter? He's not shuffling with a trench coat, more like Casper with a Parker. Yeah, because I don't trust the yo when he busts his flow. All of his ghost written, like the lovely bones. The fact is, you didn't think you could beat me one-on-one, so you needed the help. How this crowd gonna believe you could beat me solo if you don't even believe it yourself? In fact, fuck it, we should get shuffled right here and set it right. Because of course you wouldn't want it to be a fairly measured fight, you'd rather it be 2-on-1, like your fucking wedding night. Yo, anyone could get your wife. I'd put her on a bed and I'd split that bitch's hefty thighs like 10 to 5. Go for the clit and push back her hood. Leave that pussy gentrified. And after I fuck her, I'm not talking about the refractory period when I say I get that plumber bitch to reset my pipe. Because against Cracker, you said, oh, you're the worst and you're 2 and 2 crew. Yeah, I thought you had a clever line. But you're also in the shadow of someone with better rhymes, you're the lesser guy. So you saying that to Cracker is like the pot calling the kettle Wesley Snipes. Because without Shuffle's labour, you wouldn't have a pot to piss in. Because on tour, he brings a higher value to the market. I guess that's just the cost of living. Because it's his bread that you're fiending. So for you to get that dough, I guess that you need him. It's him being better than you compounds your struggle. It's like you're playing Mario the way you bend the knee and crouch down to shuffle. That's another part. They don't get it, but and yo, when he's in your 2-on-2, it ups your views. Because his greatness hides the fact there's none in you. I guess you wish you were Adam's double 2, but that's just a fucking cuck in you. Adam 22. Oh, you got it. Yeah, you know about Adam 22. And I know that you guys are fans of The Office. Well, the limey version. So if he's Ricky Gervais, you're just a tall idiot sidekick. Just a wind-up merchant. And I know living in his shadow drives Marlo insane. Have you ever had an original thought that Shuffle didn't first implant in your brain? You'll go to the gym and they'll be like, alright mate, want to build a little muscle? And you're like, I don't know, let me go ask Shuffle. Your wife will be like, I'm pouring you a bath. Because she's Polish. I'm pouring you a bath. would you like me to add some bubbles? And you're like, I don't know, let me go ask Shuffle. She would say, after the bath, you want to doggy me and massage little pussy and then we have a snuggle. And you said, I don't know, let me go ask Shuffle. A man pins you down, jams his fucking cock in your mouth, and during the struggle, he says, you like that, you little bitch? And you're like, I don't know, let me go ask Shuffle. You're in a codependent homosexual relationship. If one of you gets a tattoo, the other one immediately has to. Shuffle had a baby, and you were like, oh, I should try that too.
Yeah.
Yo, I should try that too. You are constantly attached to that man. I once opened up his trench coat, and you just sat in the pocket having a wank. It was weird. It was so weird. It's like you're in competition or in constant friction. Because if Shuffle's life's a mess, you're like, but what about me? I'm depressed. And if Shuffle says his rhymes are best, you're like, wait, my lines are next. And if Shuffle's wife was dead, that night you'd stab your fucking wife to death. And if Shuffle came out the closet, you'd be like, I do hate vaginal sex. Which is true anyway, because you two are a couple of fucking and it's 2024, so I don't mean that in a homophobic way. I'm just saying you and Adam are fucking gay. Obsessed with rhyme patterns but swear you're not autistic. Just a comic misfit. You spent your childhood in Adam's house playing Soggy Biscuit. And that's where you that's weird. And that's how you got your heart captured. So now when you look at your kidnapping, you're like, oh, why couldn't I have a kid like Adam's? And your wife's like, well, actually, Marlo, if you check the DNA, I think you find it is Adam's child. Because you live in this guy's shadow. He's like a dark phantom. He's the reason you ended up on Epstein Island inside of that large mansion. Yo, he's like a dark phantom. And he's the reason you ended up on Epstein Island inside of that large mansion. And they lined up a string of 9-year-old boys with 9 naked buttholes and asked if you wanted to arse bang them. And you were like, I don't know. Let me go ask Adam.